Usually at the summer, either we go on vacation, either we stay with nothing to do beside the traditional MMORPG summer camp to revisit or discover games that will swallow your time faster than your mom with my juice. Anyway, as a gacha player who decided to stop playing Hoyo games, this summer has been kinda poor in content and my wallet is probably thankful, I guess. Hi everyone, I'm Psycho75 and in this video I will present you 4 upcoming or existing gacha games and MMOs to keep an eye on that could change the industry and be worth investing time and or money. Before the video really begins, quick edict to future me and the viewer. Why Arso MMORPG? Why this video title? First, I think that we might consider as lack of content is due to the fact that gacha players who got this complaint are in a situation where they consume those games like MMOs or day one standalone story open world game, big releases like Expedition 43 or more recently in my case Stellar Blade, while those games are supposed to be consumed casually with a lower time. Second, I think that we're reaching a pivotal point in gacha games and MMOs and reaching the end of a generation. Let me explain. What is gonna be the element defining the new one? If I had the answer, I would not be doing a YouTube video, but already developing this game who gonna make me billionaire. The only thing I observed is that in gacha you have actually 2 generations. First generation is mobile idle game, Japanese gacha game, reaching its pinnacle with FGO and Dokkan Battle, Summoners Wars, Nikkei, you get the idea. Second, being introduced to mainstream audience with Genshin Impact, and WoWa reaching the pinnacle limit of the second generation. Unless WoWa succeed at renewing itself and pushing above and beyond the standards, the gameplay and how the content is delivered, the game will reach its ceiling like idle mobile Japanese gacha games did before. You will see intermediate generation games who tend to push the limits of the genre, but what we look for is the redefining genre potential game. Let's begin. Silver Palace. How could I make this video without introducing this game? Indeed, this game is first visually absolutely stunning, exploring at its maximum all the graphic features and technology for a game who tends to stay in the anime visual style. But in my opinion, just expect a graphic downgrade. Let's be realistic. Not every gamer has an RTX 480 Ti, DDR5, 32 to 64GB RAM. Anyway, gameplay has all the components we could expect for an action game. The parry, the block, the perfect parry, dodge, etc. Elemental damage, debuff, non-elemental damage, etc. You get the idea. The world feels alive and interactive. The attention to detail is surprisingly high. There's a mount system, which is borrowed to Black Desert Online with the rarity tier of the mount and the gear, the horse gear, the flying part, etc. Anyway, and a story based around investigation. That's a cool mix with Assassin's Creed organizational tree investigation to follow the trail and the story plot. God of War, Bloodborne boss fight vibes, cool features implemented via owning the buildings. We don't know yet what's gonna be the economic model, but whatever it's gonna be, everything we know so far is showing that this game is pushing watts against the standards and might be an evolution of the whole genre when it releases. Keep an eye on this game. Let's talk about the second one, Ananta, previously named Project Mugen. This one is also full of promises. For me, this game has the potential to push the boundaries of open world interaction in the gacha space. There is a lot to say beside. They might seem to tend to GTA Online, Fit Spider-Man type of open world with the usual gacha roots. I didn't manage to find more info except the one in the trailers, but if they deliver at least half of the promises, it might be a breakthrough in gacha space. Define new standards, new way to see the game, to play this kind of game that I call Gen 3 gacha. What could be those elements? From what I've seen and understood, It could be open world feature and how this world feels alive and interactive. It could be a real door to evolution of co-op features. A lot of interaction also with environment, and those interaction compared to other games are an extension of the gameplay and the combat mechanics, which is something who has never been really exploited. And there is customization elements that could be a real bonus if and only if you can have a really developed co-op game. Because yes, customizing is cool, but it's way cooler to flex. Now let's talk about the only MMO of the list, but I have to talk about it. It's an important one. Blue Protocol Star Resonance. Yep. It's a big piece. This game by itself created careers. Braxophone recently admitted that his whole career started because he was waiting for the first game. When announced the first game, I put you in context, Genshin Impact wasn't even released. I remember I was being hype as fuck with my best friend in our Sword when we were watching Sword Art Online. Like, I'm talking about 2018, 2019, where every game was finally, oh, SOA for real! We were dreaming of an anime MMO looking like Tales of Zestiria or Tales of Berseria. And this new iteration of Blue Protocol is, in my opinion, the perfect bridge to transition from Weeb anime gacha to MMO. Keep in mind, I'm just taking this game as an example and as a potential bridge for the gacha players who are complaining of the lack of content. It's not a comparison. It's not the same kind of game. I don't compare. I'm talking about this game being a bridge for you and giving you content that you lack in your actual gacha games. Okay, I'm giving you a solution. So, what I know about the game, what I saw, I tested just a little bit. That wasn't on my account. I played like 5 hours, but on already an account who has dozens of hours. So I don't know how it's gonna be the progression. But this iteration of Blue Protocol, in my opinion, is the perfect bridge. Monkey still in the forest, we just changed the forest. You have action gameplay, social aspect, PvE, PvP I hope, anime graphic, a good choice of class and specs, and the economic model is now way more healthier than it used to be. No content is gated behind your wallet bleeding or not, which was originally the case, and this is why I'm not talking about the first one. The only reliable source I have found is saying that the game will release on October 2025. Keep an eye on it. And now let's talk about the big piece. I'm gonna make a separate video. Right now there is no fucking script. I'm just improvising. Duet Night Abyss. That was a tough choice to make, but when they make the release, the global announcement release stream, I was like, no, it's not a tough choice anymore. There is a lot of elements who lead me to think it's kind of the potential Gen 3 gacha game. While some elements missing in presentation and beta tests make me more lean into cool ideas, not a revolution, hear me out. When I talk about real breakthrough, I mean by it's redefining the standards to the point where a game released before seems outdated and déjà vu. Or a new game not meeting new standards will not have a mainstream audience retention. So let's begin with the pros. Double weapon plus the character system. Never seen before. I will not talk about Tower of Fantasy because this is not the same. So it's never seen. It's adding a real layer. That's a real depth of gameplay evolution in the scene and giving way more building freedom. In a video about Honkai Star Rail, I was talking about the game design concept of archetypes, so feel free to watch it if you want to dig deeper in this concept. Anyway, you have everything you can expect in an action game. Very good aerial gameplay, some world interaction features who seem smooth, very decent, even good customization feature. But how is it different though? You have characters with passives, skill, and most important, it's second form. Then, on this base, you will choose 2 weapons. One main, one secondary. So let's say you are the usual Crunchyroll weeb, you play main weapon katana, I don't blame you. But you can't play katana main plus gun in second plus character A, or double katana plus character A, etc. As much iteration you can imagine. For what is the content, I don't have a lot of info and don't want to misinform. The only thing I know so far, and it's a big green flag for me, is that the game won't have stamina system, won't have limited farm, and the characters will be obtainable for free. And also the weapons. You will farm dungeons, who gonna give you blueprints. Those blueprints gonna make you available to craft the weapons. Each characters and weapons gonna have some parts pieces. You can accelerate the process if you pay, but you can also get that for free. That sounds a very legit economic model when you know that they announced it's gonna be only about cosmetic and customization. And for me that's huge. You can still put money to accelerate the process, get the weapons, get the characters faster or day one, but you don't have to. And this is what's giga game changing. While recording and editing the video, I'm already cooking a Do It Night Abyss video, so we'll find more detailed info. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like. All my socials are in the description, and as I love to say, take care of yourself and your finance. See you next time. Peace.